this is Dr. Nicole. I am live here on Facebook, and I just wanted to talk to you about how are you doing? There is so much anxiety going around right now. I've been talking to my patients, my colleagues, I've been talking to friends and family members, and there seems to be this feeling of anxiety and stress that's surrounding all of us. And I've been getting lots of questions of like, what can I do? And I have so many suggestions and ideas for that. And we know that this is really needed right now. I got a letter in my email from my DEA prescribing number that was talking about how doctors, we all have a cap on how many controlled substances that we're allowed to prescribe. And the government is letting us, or the CDC is letting us prescribe significantly more benzodiazepines for anxiety than they traditionally do. And so they're opening that number up because everybody is anxious and they have insomnia right now. And so I want you to know, babes, like, you're not alone if you're dealing with anxiety. This is crazy. This is so difficult. There's so much uncertainty, and the whole world is dealing with this. There are no answers. There's lots of speculation. Everyone has an opinion, and the answer the medical community is, generally speaking, just take your anxiety meds and then we'll just sort of see how this rides out. But the super cool thing that I want to share with you is that that doesn't have to be the only way, that there could be a comma at the end of your sentence. And the research has also shown that the way that we exist in a trauma, the way that we exist in anxiety, oh my gosh, hi Jared, honey, hi Joshua. We're just talking about how there's so much anxiety going around right now, right? And I know that you guys are total warriors and you totally resonate with this, and so I love hearing your thoughts. So thanks for being on. But we're just talking about how the research has shown that the more that we can modify our response in anxiety, the less likely that anxiety will become a trauma later. So for example, going through this whole strange pandemic that's happening, the way that we go through it will impact the way that we feel later. And so in the beginning of this live, I was talking about, well, doctors are being allowed to prescribe way more benzodiazepines than they used to be. And I'm proposing that maybe we put a comma at the end of that sentence and do something a little bit different. Hey, Kirsten, I'm so happy that you're watching. All of my loves are on. You guys are amazing. I miss you so much. And I can tell you that I totally get you with the anxiety thing. Like, when I get anxious, I'm an anxiety warrior myself, and when I get anxious, the first thing that goes is my sleep. And so when I start, my anxious part starts to tell me, like, hey, we're feeling a little frazzled and stressed here, I have to ramp up my tools. And I have so many tools that I want to share with you. And so what I've done, and I'm super pumped, and I want you guys all to have this, it's totally free, and it's called the Anxiety Freedom 1 Week Challenge. And I would love it if you would do this challenge with me. It's 7 days. Again, it's totally free, and it's just magical, sparkly, wonderful goodness. I'm going to give you 2 tools for anxiety every single day. So there's going to be 14 things, and statistically, it's bound that something is going to help you. And so I hope that it'll be total game changer for you. Hi, Janelle. Jared, oh my gosh, too much prescribing of pharmaceutical medications when we could totally solve so much of anxiety with self-care. And Nicole, thank you for being here, my love. Nicole is an anxiety warrior with me. She helps keep me from getting too anxious, and I endeavor to help her. Like, she's amazing. If you don't know Nicole, you should. And so we're talking about, for those who just got on, that you don't have to just jump straight to pharmaceuticals for anxiety, that there are so many things that you can do. And I'm telling you guys all about, I have this amazing program I created. It's totally free. It's basically like, my heart wants to support you. I think it would be fun to do this together. I created a Facebook group, and so there will be a link below. Please join the Facebook group. It's private, it's free, and it's just a bunch of warriors loving on each other, supporting each other. I'm going to be active in that group multiple times throughout the day, supporting you, giving you my direct care, and you're not even having to, come in and invest on sitting on a couch. It's just like love put out there into the world. So you can get your life back. You can get your life back from anxiety. And there's one thing I want to mention about anxiety that I want you to keep in mind. And I was talking about this with just one of my favorite warriors last night, that, babe, you are not an anxious person. I know as I say that, you're like, well, I feel anxious every day. I feel like anxiety follows me around and controls my life. But I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, in my convictions, in my training as a naturopathic physician, from my training as a clinical psychologist, you are not an anxious person. You have an anxious part of you. And so one of the things that I'm going to be teaching is about parts work. And parts work is something, it could be as simple as part of me feels like I want a taco and part of me feels like I want a salad. And so our body has different parts and our nervous system has different parts. And so part of you is anxious and part of you is stressed as heck and part of you hates this COVID thing and wants it to go back to normal like it never happened. And part of you is embracing the changes. So we all have these different parts. And so when we're doing work on anxiety, the first thing that we have to do is to relabel what's happening. And so the person I was talking with, the anxiety warrior I was talking with yesterday, she was saying, like, I feel so anxious, it overcomes me, I don't know what to do, I have anxiety, I'm an anxious person. And I said, no, you are not an anxious person, you have an anxious part, and that part is taking center stage. She's controlling your story, and she's doing it to try to protect you. But the super cool thing, we see this in neuroscience, we see this in epigenetics, you can actually change your story. And in the Anxiety Breakthrough Program, we talk all about that. And in this 7-week challenge that I'm going to do with you, I'm going to help you start doing that right away. It's all about loving on each other, supporting each other as warriors, and living the message that you can get your life back from anxiety. It's not a sentence that you have to live with forever. You can actually conquer anxiety. I'm an anxiety warrior. So, babes, I get you. And I'm so excited to share these things. The free 7-week challenge is literally, I'm going to be sending you videos every single day. We're going to be interacting in the group every single day. You can be a fly on the wall. You can jump in as much as you want. And you're going to get a handout with journaling. It's beautiful. It's like 20 pages of magic, sparkles, glitter, and gold. And I think you're really going to like it. And there's going to be 2 tips every single day. So you're going to get 14 free tips. And like I was saying earlier, you're bound to find something in there that's really helpful for you. It's a comma. And so then I want to go really quickly back. I won't keep going on live forever, even though I love seeing all my darlings on here. Oh, Karthik, hello, honey. It's so good to see you, my dear. We're talking about how you are not anxiety. That anxiety is simply a part of you. And that part has emerged for a reason. It came up to help you cope with trauma or stress or loss or grief or feelings of powerlessness. This anxious part emerged to try to protect you. And so the first thing that we need to start doing to conquer our anxiety and send that anxiety backstage and allow you to take center stage is to re-identify when your anxiety is happening. So yesterday I was talking to a warrior and they were telling me, like, the anxiety is really bad. It's really intense with heat rising and tingles all over in the tongue and the mouth. So much anxiety. And I had to remind this person, like, babe, you are not an anxious person. All of these physical symptoms, this doom that you feel, babe, it's all your body just telling you that it needs support. It's a part of you that's crying out and saying, I need support. So relabel that. Say, okay, this tingling, this heat, this feeling of doom, let's relabel it. It's just a part. I'm not an anxious person, it's just a part, and that part is taking center stage, and we need to train that part, number one, that I'm in control, that I've got this, and part, please step aside and let me control, let me run the show, let me be involved. And if we need you, you'll be ready with your lines, you'll be ready to do this, but right now, I want you to let me control it. And so this warrior I was talking about is amazing. I admire the heck out of this person, and I believe with 100% conviction that this person's going to get their life back from anxiety. And the way that we're going to do it is we're just going to start with these basic methods, and I think you're going to love them. So I want to keep this. Oh, Haley, honey, Elizabeth, Betty, it's so good to see you. I want to keep this not too long, but just to recap, we've been talking about, number one, the world is crazy right now, and the world is so generally anxious that prescriptions are going up, and I'm telling you, let's put a comma at the end of the sentence, You know I have a heart. I just want to love on you. I want to support you. Anxiety is my jam. I have great success helping people, and I'm going to give you the 7-week challenge. So your action items, number 1, get in the Anxiety Freedom 1-week challenge. Get in the Facebook group. There will be a link here. And then number 2, introduce yourself. We've been doing video introductions, and I would love it if you felt so brave to do a video and just say what you're excited about when anxiety is taking backstage. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to experience? What would set your soul on fire? So put a little video, introduce yourself. We would love to get to know you, love on you, and then we want to support you in that bullseye. Okay, my goal when anxiety takes backstage is I want to be able to be here for you guys 100%. And so we're going to work together on that. So number 1, get in the group. Number 2, introduce yourself. And number 3, download your Anxiety Freedom Workbook. And we are going to rock and roll together. It's going to be life-changing. It's going to be amazing if you let it. And so I guess before I bop off, any questions? Joshua, you were amazing. I honor you so much. Thank you for trusting me with your time and your wisdom and your soul. Oh my gosh, you're just the best. And thank you, Robert, for the kind words. All of you guys, I am so grateful for you. Betty, I am so pumped that you're in, my love. Get in the group. So make sure that you guys go in, and what will happen is you'll request to get into the 1-week challenge group. It'll ask you a series of questions, one of which is your email address so that I can send you the Warriors book. And so make sure you give me a real email address. I promise we won't spam you. And then just start interacting in the group, and we're going to be loving on you. It's going to be amazing. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, I can't wait. Get in the group. You are going to love it, sister. I'm so happy to see you guys on here. I'm seriously so honored. So I am going to go back and do some more magic in my work. You see me here. I'm in Arizona. We're leaving to go back to Michigan in a few days, and so I'm getting the last little bits of sunshine and mourning doves and grackles and all that is Arizona. And so oh, there's one thing I want to mention on here. We have a comment. It says experiencing more guilt than anxiety. And oh my gosh, that's such a powerful point. And so, Kate, that brings me back to the parts work. Remember, we were talking a little bit earlier in the video. If you missed it, this will be saved and you can go look at it. Is we're talking about how you are not an anxious person, and we could say you are not a chronically guilty person. You are not a depressed person, but rather feelings of guilt, feelings of anxiety. These are parts. There's a whole philosophy of psychology that you can learn more about this. It's called ego state. And so the important thing in this is to start to identify, okay, what is this feeling coming up? And then to identify, okay, this is a part of me. And then to start noticing, what is that part trying to do to protect me and serve me? And what are those unmet needs for that part, and how can we meet those needs? And so these are things that we're going to be touching on. I really appreciate your authenticity, Kate. You are a warrior. Girl, I adore and love you, and I'm so glad that you're here. And thank you for posting that, because I think that a lot of people can really relate to that. And so let's talk about it in the group. Let's dive in together. Nicole asked the question of, what if someone is not in Facebook? Can they still get the ebook? Absolutely. Have them send me their information. They can send their email address over to us. We have an email. It's hello@drnicolecain.com. hello@drnicolecain.com. And then my administrative queen, Haley, she's like the guru of all things. She'll get that email, and then she'll send you an invitation. So you'll definitely be able to do the 1-week challenge. You won't get to access the group, which I think is really important. You know, change comes with community. But the challenge is like amazing and free and beautiful and sparkly, and you're going to love it. So thank you for asking that. So I'm going to go back in, but I want you to know, thank you for watching. I love you guys. We are going to conquer anxiety together. So jump into the Facebook group. Again, totally free. Download the 7-week challenge. You're going to get videos from me every day, and I guarantee there's got to be something out of those 14 things that you're going to find something that you really love, and maybe all 14. So in terms of, okay, Nicole is asking great questions. So she says, will the information be shared on Instagram? So I'm not going to share anybody's individual information. It's all secret and private. Of course, in the Facebook group, we're all there as a community, and so, you know, that's when you go on Facebook, you know, there's no HIPAA protection on there. So some people, they'll use like a proxy Facebook or just censor it that way. You know, make sure you're honoring your boundaries. In terms of Instagram, we don't have any groups on Instagram. The information will be shared on there as well. And so if your friend Nicole is on Instagram, they'll see the invitation coming up on Facebook for the 1 week challenge, and there'll be a clickable link and everything, so she could get it there. Oh my God, those are great questions. So thank you for being here. I love you all. You guys are warriors. We've got this. We're going to send anxiety to the curb. Your homework for today is the parts work. And so if and when your anxiety comes up, or the guilt comes up, or irritability and anger comes up, babe, that's not you. It's a part of you. And that part is expressing their symptoms so that we can pay attention, and then we can help them heal so that they get off of center stage, stop controlling your life, and then you can send them to the periphery, send them backstage, and you can start your next act. All right, this has been Dr. Nicole Cain. If you want to learn more about me, obviously you're seeing this on Facebook, or we might upload it on YouTube, but my website is drnicolecain.com, and there's a button that has courses. You're also going to see lots of stuff on Facebook, so check that out, Dr. Nicole Cain on Facebook. I love you. I honor you. Joshua, you're amazing. Nicole, thank you so much. And Kate, there's going to be a link for the Facebook group underneath this recording, so I'm going to get off the live. And then my amazing friend Joy is going to be putting a link in there. And then I also will share, there should be on my Facebook page a link to the Anxiety 1 Week Challenge. And if you don't see that, just put a comment on my wall, and I'll look for your comment personally, and I will give you the link personally. And what will happen is you'll click on it, you'll request to be invited. It'll ask you a couple of questions. One will be what's your email address, so that I can send you the Warrior book. And then we'll get you in the group, and I'm going to be in there playing, and we're going to have some fun today, and you're going to get lots of exclusive tips and tricks because I'm going to save it for my peeps. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Kate, can't wait to connect with you. Joshua, Janice, Nicole, Shira, Haley, everybody who's been on today. I love you all, and I'm going to be doing these lives. I decided to make a commitment. So this time, every Wednesday and every Friday, come play with me, hang out, and we're going to conquer anxiety together. All right, my loves, talk soon. Thank you. Bye.